Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Good afternoon and welcome to Car Wax. I'm Michael, your Bougie Black Brother, and I'm here with my co-host, Sean. Bougie Brother Sean, what's going on, brother?
Hey, yo. What's going on, man?
What's chilling? So we're in this Kanye era, called Kanye month, it seems like. And we're going through what it seems like a resurgence in Kanye's production and rolling out the people. So we wanted to add two together right now. We wanted to talk about Kid See Ghosts with my man, who's with him, Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi, yes,
and then the Ye. What's the name of that bitch?
That's actually what the album is called. Ye.
Fucking Ye.
But the CD cover says, "I hate being bipolar. It's awesome."
It's awesome. Yeah. So, Kanye West, Sean. Yeah, let's do the Kanye West because Kanye came out before Kid See Ghosts.
Yeah, Kanye did come out.
So let me throw my introduction in. The first thing was the stupid motherfucker came out with, hey, I'm down with Trump and slavery was a choice. So it left a really bitter taste in my mouth. Like, you dumb motherfucker, you doing that to promote your shit. So this better be something worth a damn. Or maybe I should just wait a little while and digest this shit because you're just saying stupid shit, man. And it really kind of pissed me off. And there's a lot of people who felt that way. Mm-hmm. So that was my initial thought when I actually cut it on. But what got me was, and I'm going to go through this, so kind of be patient with me.
Okay.
So I cut it on, and the immediate thing that got me was, and he was doing his little soliloquy of, I got some mental problems. That's what he started off with, which we all knew, but he made the effort to let people know, yeah, I got some fucking mental problems. So, but I feel like killing you, but, I thought about killing you. And that was the first cut. And he kind of just talks through it. The fucking immediately what stood out was the beat in the back just took me somewhere else because he does that. He puts the effort to say my beats and what I do isn't like anyone else. This is what you forgot about me. And that's what got me. And then when he started talking about this shit, and it kind of introduced me to, is he getting on this, I'm gonna do 444. You know what I mean? That's what I by the end of that cut, it made me think like, oh, now you're gonna do some self-reflection, some shit that you did, 444 type thing, but in a Kanye way. Right. So, boom. It finishes off with a fucking strong ass, introduction to one part, and then it hits strong, the beat changes, and then it goes, different from that. Then we jump to Yikes, which I've been reciting like for the last 2 weeks. Shit can get menacing, frightening. And I just fucking been doing that shit. But I'm kind of like, here it goes again. And then I start listening to what he's saying, and I'm kind of like, yep, it's some self-reflection. I gotta let people know where I've been, what I've been doing, how I've been feeling. Right. And I was like, okay, yikes. You know what I mean? And then All Mine comes in, and I'm kind of like, okay. And that was okay. Nice beats and everything like that. So it was cool. He got the Stormy Daniels shit in there. He always liked to have a lot of little clever shits that he put in there. But he always does that. So I was okay with that. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But then Wouldn't Leave come on. And that's what kind of took me to another, because it was kind of like if you're in a relationship and you do fucked up shit, or you do some things, you fucking lose your job or anything, but she wouldn't leave. And I was like, wow. Wow. So that was a strong one on that for me personally. And I understood exactly what he was going through in his way. You know what I mean? And so I kind of like enjoyed that one. And then No Mistakes, that was the one with what's his name, from the Gap Band. So then it's No Mistakes, and I'm kind of like, wow, that's fucking cool as hell. All right. And then Ghost Town kicks in, and I love that one. That shit was cool as fuck. And then on the back end, it sounds like the shit from old, you know. I put my head on the stove. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow. And that's where Kanye uses the music and vocals to insinuate his message. And I was like, okay, bro, you fucking me up now. And then Violent Crimes was all about, you know what? As fucked up as a man I am, I have to change because I got a daughter. And now I really gotta, you know, things will come back to me because of the shit that I've said, the shit that I've done. And you know what? Niggas is hard until they have daughters. And I was like, yikes. So it fucked me up. Production was what I was expecting. Not, you know, something you run out and say, yep, he's a genius, he's done it. No, but it was welcoming because I just haven't heard good Kanye music like that in such a while, because you keep hearing the same kind of shit that's out right now. There's certain people that's doing uniquely things, you know, but overall, So when Kanye introduced that, I was kind of like, wow. But I'm still pissed because it's 7 fucking tracks. And that, remember when you said you was cheated with XXXTentacion?
Yes.
This is a real cheat. This is really like, I'm going to make releases so you can continue to hear my shit. And with this, since it's 7 cuts, you have to continue to listen to it, just like you said with Extension. You got to keep listening to it because they so fucking short. There's not enough for you to digest. So you got to keep eating it and keep eating it and keep eating it. And that's what we kind of alluded to earlier when we was talking about Pusha T. But anyway, we still on Ye. So that's me, bro. And I know you want to be critical, but that's me.
Well, for the record, I want to say that I am officially over Kanye. I'm so over Kanye, bro.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. Okay. You know, it was he made this video, a Ball Man video, probably like 4 or 5 years back. That's when I knew he was captured then. You know what I'm saying? Like It was just like, all right, Kanye's on some BS, straight up. But like now it done got so blatant. So basically he created this controversy, created all this controversy, and right after he created his controversy, he drops his album. Come to find out, his album was already done before he created his controversy. He created controversy and recreated this 7 tracks.
Oh, recreated it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe a couple of tracks stayed, but for the most part, he made it. He updated it so you could kind of get an understanding of what's going on with Kanye. You know, because at the end of the day, he never addressed anything.
No.
You know?
So all he addressed was, you may give me a pass because I'm kind of crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me a pass. Give me a pass, basically.
Right.
You know, so for me, I definitely, it's like 50 Cent used to do back in the day. I'm going to create this controversy, then I'm going to drop this album. A lot of times, those albums were good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you had to kind of give it to 50, like, okay, These are some pretty decent tracks, you know. So, you know, he's one of the first official trolls of the game.
Right.
He's a old trolling ass motherfucker.
Classic troll, right?
Classic old OG troll. But so Kanye creates this controversy, which was a bunch of BS. Mm-hmm. But I hold him accountable for that on his music.
Oh, okay. On his music, though.
Yes, I will hold you accountable for the things that you created around the controversy of your album. Okay. Because if it wasn't for this controversy, your album would have sound like this. You know what I'm saying? So I am bringing that into the light of this music.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. Okay.
So off rip. So when I heard it the first time, I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. So because I didn't hear the beats first.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I heard him rapping. Okay. You know, I heard the Ye album, but I wasn't listening for the beats, of course, because I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So right. I'm listening to him, and I'm just like, okay, that's an interesting way of putting how much I love you. You know what I'm saying? On the first one, what'd he say? I love you more than I love me, and I still want to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
He said it backwards, dude. I love myself more than I love you.
Right.
So I thought about killing you.
Right. It was like okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right, then he puts the smoking no some VCD high. Some CD high. But if you notice, that's the old Juvenile flow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You the paper chaser, you got the block on high. Do you mean, man? Come on. So I'm listening to it like, okay, I don't know if you trying to pay homage to Juvie or you just really on your freestyle game right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I'm listening to it. Okay. You know, I'm listening to it like, Kanye, what is you bringing to the game? You know, that's how I'm looking at it. So I'm listening to Yikes. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then he put another track. Now that was a good track.
Which
the
one?
Track he had featured with Ty Dolla $ign.
Oh, Ty. Yeah.
Oh, man. Now, that was real catchy. I like that. I enjoyed that song. It was like, all right, that's what's up. You know, and then he started getting personal. But in between these tracks now, these verses weren't full verses. You know, there was some mumbles within the verse where you didn't have the words readied out. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple hums in there, you know, that he snuck in. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like that.
So you think that was like cleanup because he had to do the re-editing and shit?
Man, he didn't, dog. He did. Man, this was a one take. He did all this one take.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he didn't go back and change anything or do anything because none of this was written down. The tracks that I heard that were like, and then he kept rapping. Man, I can hear that, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ripping me off. You know what I'm saying? You disrespecting the art. You know, I felt that like, oh, okay. So you feel like you can get away with a couple of mumble verses. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Then I listened to the one where he's talking about his wife and he kind of went on a tangent and then he kind of came back. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right, I see where you were going, but you kind of lost yourself for a second and then you caught yourself again and then you try to end it with, if your wife stick around, love her, some shit. I was just like, okay, whatever, Kanye. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm listening to it.
Right,
I'm just like, come on, man. And then he drops the other two tracks and then he drops Violent Crime. You know, and I was like, okay, Violent Crime may be the most genuine song on this album. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, I was just like, okay, that's what's up. I can respect that and I see where your heart is, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's how I seen it. That's how I was looking at it. And then I was just like, this album is trash. Then I listened to it again. Now, okay? I listened to it again. Okay. And I was like, okay, let me put my listening ears on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was just like, wow, these beats are phenomenal. Mm-hmm. These are amazing. You know what? you can't hate this man for his beats.
Nope.
If he was just if he would just what's my man's name? What's my brother name that only makes beats? Lotus, Flying Lotus. Oh, man, I've been trying to find his name for weeks. Okay. Flying Lotus, bro.
Right.
If he was on some Flying Lotus shit, he'll probably be one of the best producers ever. You know.
But he tried to rap on his shit and he's fucking. But
he tries to rap.
Shit. Yep.
You know, and he gets out of hand and he gets on these little tangents and stuff. So, you know, I'm listening to it and I'm just like, okay, these beats are phenomenal. Okay, I see the direction that you are going. So I'm just like, okay, 1, 2, 3, I definitely like the first 3 tracks. You know what I'm saying? And then I like the last track. You know, the other 3 tracks were definitely old Kanye tracks.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know, that was definitely the old Kanye. But the beats were just amazing, bro. You know, and to your point, it puts you in this trance. It grabs you. Mm-hmm. You know, and if you don't notice it, dog, you're lost. You're lost in the Kanye. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you were saying. I was just like, he got you. I was right when you said it, he was like, I heard the beats and I was just like, oh, this is what I've been looking for. And I was just like, he got your ass. He got your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, when I put my listening ears on, I hear what everyone's talking about. The album isn't bad. You know what I'm saying? But taking into account the controversy that he's bringing, I'm taking points away. You know what I'm saying? Because
took points away because
I'm taking points away because one, you didn't address nothing that you caused controversy about in your music, which should have been what you should have did. But instead you used it just to make selfish music. You know, and I thought that was just kind of like, man, what are you doing? You know, even when 50 was beefing, he at least put a track on there to be relative to the beef he was in.
Right.
You know, so for me, again, the album cover. The album cover was he was on his way to the listening party. You know, he stays in Wyoming. So the album cover was actually taken on his way to the listening party for everyone to officially listen to the album. Like, so for me, I don't see that as art. I see that as you ripping off. You're being cheap for your fan base. You know, you're not even putting the effort into making a true album. You know, you're just creating the controversy to put something together to make you a couple of dollars here and there to get your name back buzzing again. That's what I seen it as. I seen this as I seen this as cheap art given to you with a luxury price tag on it.
Wow. Okay. I respect that.
You don't put effort into the album cover. You're mumbling on songs, and you only give me 7 tracks. All because your beats are so phenomenal and nobody can make beats like you. Kiss my ass. You ripping me off. Fuck you. So as a fan listening to true art, man, don't give me piece by piece of this. Give me the whole piece of art, bro. I'm buying the whole piece of art, bro. You know, don't half-ass on this shit. And I felt like he half-assed on this, dog. For a true artist, this was half-ass work.
So, again, I think you're absolutely right. This was marketing. You know what I mean? This whole release thing with different artists, talking about Trump, taking pictures with fucking hats. You know, sometimes bad publicity is good publicity. Mm-hmm. He knows that. You know, this simple fucking album cover. I don't even think about album covers no more, but think about it. When you're looking for an album cover for a new release, you expect to get more than some bullshit that you're writing on some mountains that you got some picture and say, oh, let me just write this on here. It's all about being bipolar. What?
Right.
I got that, but what? So I do get that. The quality of the rapping and a couple of things, I get what you're saying, but I'm still going to agree with you totally. he got me with the beats. And he didn't get me with the lyrics and everything until like the third or fourth time, to be honest. I didn't, when I first heard it, I was like, what the fuck is he trying to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like this beat. And then I heard it again, and then I was like, oh, this beat is fucking hot. Oh, let me hear this again. So when you look at the complete package, the best thing you can take out of it is the beats was phenomenal.
Phenomenal production.
And what he did was try to say, this is some shit that I'm going through, which I was okay with. Different. To your point, lazy. Because, I mean, you're looking at it on a different level than I am when it comes to rapping and the production of, or the laying of the lyrics and things in that matter. I do get that. Is it a great album? No. Is it phenomenal production on the back end? Absolutely. But you lose a lot because you didn't blow us away. Mm-hmm. With the shit that you led us to, you didn't blow us away. And that's what you're supposed to have done. What he's supposed to have done with all the shit that he did, he's supposed to have released something that would blow us away. And he didn't do that.
Not with 7 tracks, man.
Not with 7 fucking tracks. But to him, he's saying, it don't have to be 7 because I got 4 more albums that's coming out.
Because I'm great. I'm Kanye. And I make the best beats in the world.
So you're going to love it. You're going to fucking love it.
That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
His ego is driven by his beats. You take his beats away, Kanye is just a loud-mouth nigga that need to get some motherfucking help. Man, somebody get this nigga out of here, bro.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Somebody get this nigga out of here,
Get your ass up out of here.
Man, matter of fact, he would have been locked up. You jumping on stage like some reckless man, lock this man, get this nigga to jail.
or his ass get beat the fuck down. So
straight up.
One of the two things would have happened with him. Because when you even hear him on, like features, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's nothing that he'll have maybe 1 or 2 clever little lines, but it's not sustainable. He can't, it's like he works on one good thing. You know what I mean? Buckwheat ass nigga, you be okay.
Kanye did have a moment where he was spitting some bars. You know what I'm saying?
On which one?
Oh man, back in the Jay-Z days.
Oh
man,
yeah, okay, yeah. No, I got you.
Yeah, but nothing recent. No. Anything recent, he hasn't been able to consistently keep them lyrics coming.
So it's because I think the ego and the genius moniker means whatever I put out, you're going to love.
Right.
I think when he got to that level that he think he was above everybody, he became, and I'm going to quote you, he got lazy. Because, when you're great, you don't have to do your best. Right. Because your average is better than others. But what he doesn't realize is, no, not really. Because you really got to take your time with your production anyway. Because that's where you excel. But you match your production with your lyrics before. But now you're kind of like, everybody's really telling and pouring their soul out. So I'm going to do that shit too. Right. But he did it he did it good enough for me. But he doesn't get credit because, you made another good point. He's accountable for the bullshit that he led before this album came out. You should be held accountable for that shit. Because if you didn't, and you didn't do that, this would have been an okay release, and he couldn't say much more than that. Right. But because of the controversy, people just ran out and kind of say what the fuck he's going to say, because he's been saying some crazy shit, and it was disappointing in that point. Not a bad album, but not great. And
but not great. Right.
You're not really going to get, I'm not going to give you credit for that. I'm not going to give you credit remember like we said with Eminem last year, and you said, automatically he gets a 7 just because his name is on the fucking album. And that shit was trash. Most disappointing in a fucking year. But Kanye, it's not most disappointing, but it's not great.
Right.
Kanye should be coming out with something great. You know what I mean? based on
Kanye should
who
be coming
he
out
is.
with something great.
Yep.
Yes.
Based on who he is. And he didn't do that. He came out with a good album, which is bad for him. Because you're Kanye West. And you're supposed to be the genius. So that's fucked up.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, you're pretty much in it. Yep, right, wrong. If it's good, it's not great. I mean, if it's good, it's bad. If it's not great, then, you're not putting what you need to put in.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We just saw the fucking playoffs. Swept by 4. Hey, you had a good season,
Right.
Cleveland, but you wasn't great. And great, you get credit for. You didn't do fucking great, bro. Your good isn't good enough. So you need to go back to the drawing board. But again, he's got 4 other albums that he's producing. So he's going to get credit on all of them that he released one way or another.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Somebody's going to give him credit somewhere.
Yep. So he's going to get credit somewhere. So rating this bitch, I'm going to give him an even 8.
An even 8.
Yep. An even 8. And I was going, if I didn't really feel some of the shit that he was pouring out that he would be dropping in like mid 7s.
Yeah.
Because he gets 7 just off the production. Maybe 7.25 just off production. I can listen to his shit, which is so creative in that way. But then for content and some clever here and there and some nice features within that motherfucker, I think Kid Cudi was on one of them too, singing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he gets an even 8. But an even 8 for a quality person like him, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, because it's Kanye West. Just like Jay-Z had an amazing album, but you picked the wrong motherfucking producer. I keep going back. I'm sorry. Everybody keep telling me that shit. Damn, dude. And I was like, dude.
Hey, man. No ID, man. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Fucking Jay-Z. Anywho. So what you rated, bro?
I rated a flat 7, man. I rated a flat 7 because production wise, if it wasn't for your production, bro, you would be just a regular nobody. It was good. It was good, but it definitely wasn't great.
No.
What have I listened to it again? No.
Damn.
I haven't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the one we're about to talk about next is man. So Kanye working by himself is terrible. Kanye probably did all of this music lyrically by himself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm sure that I dealt with it because I listen to music.
So you say you dealt with it. You didn't fucking just
Right, because I'm very disappointed on I'm not disappointed on the support, but I'm very disappointed on no one actually letting him know the type of help that he needs, or him not acknowledging that he needs to be around more black people and he needs to have a black therapist.
Damn.
Like that is a must for him. A real black therapist. Nobody that's pacifying him. There's people around him that continues to pacify him. And that's what's causing the lack and laziness in your art.
This could be medication, dog.
Very good point. That also could be medication. Mm-hmm. But I know black people ain't around to check your ass when you need to be checked. Every day.
Every day. Or consistently. How about that?
Right, on a consistent basis.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kanye, shut up. Shut up.
No, man, look, don't fucking call him. Don't call him.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yep. Don't fucking call this guy. Don't wear that hat, bitch. Nigga, Kanye, take that fucking hat off.
Don't you dare. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not a coincidence that Jay and them ain't fucking with him no more.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah.
But where is he? He said he's out in Iowa somewhere or some.
Yeah, Wyoming.
Wyoming.
He got 300 acres in Wyoming, and he plans on building a housing complex out there. And it's 300 acres and building his own complex.
For who?
With his own designs.
For who?
He plans on bringing people out there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hey, it's Kanye.
It's Kanye.
That's how he feels. I'm Kanye.
So
people will
he's
come.
like Field of Dreams and shit.
If I build it, they will come. Straight up, bro. Straight up. That seems to be how he feels
Kevin
about this
Costner shit. All right.
Straight up.
All right. Nah, again, he's Kanye. Am I listening to it? Yeah. So I listen to it in a group because this is kind of crazy. Because it's only 7 fucking cuts. I'd rather listen to 21 cuts than just 7 and then move on. So I combine all 3 together and I fucking play them. I'm just saying that because it's so disappointing with this fucking EP type shit that he's cheating, us on that. And, I'm going to have a major release and blah, blah, this. And then when you find out that he had it already, but then because he did some bullshit, he had to go back in and make some changes because I got to get some new references in there. If I don't put no new references in there, people would be like, yo, motherfucker, you need to address what you said. Mm-hmm. But he still, he made mention, but he didn't fucking address. And the only way he addressed it was, I'm bipolar. Mm-hmm. Forgive me. Nah, motherfucker, wait, forgive me. Stay on your goddamn meds then. You know what I'm saying?
Stay on your meds.
Yeah, or at least smoke weed, bitch. Make it go down. Something. Fuck out of
here. That was a good one.
Yeah, so, anywho.
Oh, yeah, breaking news. Well, not breaking, but if you haven't heard, Lil Wayne just got out of his Cash Money contract. And he got a little bit of bread for that. Yeah, he got a little bit of bread for that. I think he got a couple million for that. So now, basically his Carter 5 was, Carter 6, Carter 5, Carter 6. Carter 5 was on hold, and he wasn't allowed to put it out because Cash Money had a hold on it. So now he has an option to either put that out or put new music out whenever the fuck he wants. So, big congrats to Lil Wayne. Hopefully he'll get back in the game and see what he's worth. You know what I'm saying? With these little youngins out here now. Mm-hmm. So
leading the way again. Shit.
Yeah, I can't wait for a new project from Lil Wayne.
So that's good to hear. Because, he's been showing up here and there just to stay relevant. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if he have a complete release and be like, here I am, that would be pretty cool. So Car Wax under the Bougie Black Brother Network. Check us out every Sunday for our music review and sometimes interviews of different DJs, producers, and the local sector. I've been trying to get a couple of local people around just to say, hey, how do you do your thing? So we're still doing a couple of those as well. But our part 2 coming up is Lil Baby, so be prepared for that. And catch us on Instagram and Twitter under Bougie Black Bro or Bougie Brothers Sean. So check us out, and we'll see you next week on Car Wax. Peace.